Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome while everybody is signing in right now. Let's going to start by typing in the chat. What is your name? Where are you from? And what problem in the world are you trying to solve? So let's going to hear from everybody. Let's going to start to get to know each other. Let's see, what is your name? Where are you from? And what problem in the world are you trying to solve? Let's start to hear from everybody. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Welcome to Seed Spot. Impact Accelerator info session. Perfect, thank you. Thank you. Type in the chat your name, where are you from, and the problem in the world that you're trying to solve. Okay, let's going to start today. Okay, in this webinar, let's going to learn about Seed Spot, Today Launch Camp, and Impact Accelerator virtual programs. These programs include business building, peer feedback, mentorship, and a community pitch event, all for entrepreneurs at any stage. Welcome. Hi, how are you? So C-Spot, it's a globally ranked business accelerator for entrepreneurs who are exploring or building a new business that makes a positive impact in their community. Hold on 1 second, let's go to admit more people. Good morning. It's going to wait for. Perfect. Is everybody connected to audio? Good. As everybody's logging in, please share in the chat your name, where are you from, and what is the problem that your venture is trying to solve. Thank you. So I'm just starting here. Like I was saying, in this webinar, I'm going to be talking about the Impact Accelerator virtual programs. And this program include business building, peer feedback, mentorship, and community pitch event, all for entrepreneurs at any stage. So SeedSpot is a globally ranked business accelerator for entrepreneurs who are exploring or building a new business that makes a positive impact in their community. So therefore, your community. Thousands of entrepreneurs had built their for-profit or non-profit ventures by leveraging the SeedSpot Impact Canvas. What is that? That is a guide for entrepreneurs to start their journey and focus on the right decisions at the right time. So basically, work smarter, no harder. So let's go to start today. Let's go to meet the team, myself. My name is Linda Norquist. I'm the marketing and recruitment manager here at SeedSpot. I have a passion for social impact-driven ventures. I'm a bilingual marketing strategist with over a decade of experience connecting ventures like you with diverse audiences and crafting impactful messages. Since middle school, I have been an entrepreneur selling sandwich. And from there, I had a consultancy, Latino marketing strategy for 8 years. And now I help and support ventures and entrepreneurs like you to grow and succeed. With C-Spot, I wear many hats in the past, so I understand most of your pay points, and that is going to help me to help you to grow and succeed. Let's admit one more person. So now that you get to know me, let's go to move on. Perfect. So C-Spot mission. C-Spot mission is to educate, accelerate, and invest in entrepreneurs who are creating solutions to social problems. C-Spot believes in uplifting entrepreneurs from all backgrounds who want to enact positive change through their business ventures. We provide access to rich networks of resources, mentors, business fundamentals, community partners, and capital sources to help entrepreneurs find success and ensure everyone has a chance to share their ideas with the world. So, how we do this? Hi, how are you, Derek? So, we have new people. Please type your name, where are you from, and what is the solution or the problem that you're trying to solve in the chat, so everybody gets to know you. It's going to keep going. So this is our impact outcomes. So our economic impact through the programs that we serve. So our economic impact, we have created 5,364 jobs. We have generate revenue as $306 million, capital raise $122 million. The social impact through our programs. So since 2012, we have served 3,009 ventures. So that's the number of alumni that we have. 77% of those are underrepresented founders. 56% of those are women founders, and 53% of those are BIPOC founders. So the question that I get the most right here is, what is an underrepresented founder for SeedSpot? So we recognize as an underrepresented founder as underrepresentation as the lack of proportional inclusion across various identities. So, for example, and it's not limited, BIPOC is Black, Indigenous, and people of color. Also, individuals who identify as woman, transgender, and non-binary. Those with diverse abilities, individuals from low or moderate income backgrounds, military veterans, active duty personnel, military spouses, members of the LGBT plus community, immigrants or first-generation citizens, and individuals residing in rural communities. So that's kind of what encompasses underrepresented founders for us. So these are our focus areas. So the vast majority are within the United States. Of course, we do have some international founders. Let me admit more people over here. Perfect. So our impact focus areas are rooted based on the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals. And we provide a framework so we can measure the social impact of our alumni's business venture. So I have one of my screens here on the side, so I'm going to be looking on the side. So as you can see, 34% of the ventures that come through our programs are in the industry of health and wellness. 30% are on equality and economic opportunity, 12% on education, 12% environmental sustainability, 7% civic engagement, 4% other. So that's kind of the general focus of our areas. Of course, we serve every single one of the industries. And just to give you an example, because I love stories, let's go to show you one of the stories of one of our Impact Accelerator alumni. So let's go to meet Drew Shaw. He's a 2017 SeedSpot alum. And I love his story. Drew, he is the founder of Voice Threads. Voice Threads is a lifestyle brand that brings awareness to important causes by creating one-of-a-kind mismatched socks. So these mismatched socks tell the inspiring story of those who make our world a better place. Why? Because every time that you are going to wear these mismatched socks, people is going to be asking you about it, right? Like, why are you wearing mismatched socks? So it's going to start up a conversation. And that's the root of his venture. So one of his campaigns, for example, is for Teach for America. The socks, every time that you purchase the socks on his size, the money goes towards helping new teachers who receive training and support within their first 2 years of teaching. So he also has socks that they are going to have like cats and dogs. So the money, if you purchase those socks, is going to the Arizona Human Society. He also has socks that the money will go to the Child Crisis of Arizona, and other ones that will go to Social Spin Campaign, Big Brothers and Sisters, and such. So his venture site, it will be voicethreads.com. So like I say, he is one of our success stories from 2017 alum. And he's also an amazing alum, amazing mentor, and an amazing teacher. And an amazing inspiration, definitely. So now let's go to the program. I know everybody over here really wants to learn about this specific program. What is this program about? So Impact Accelerator. So our program, since this is a full virtual program, okay? So for us, communication is extremely important. So our program offers various communication channels to support you through the journey. So in this program, expect weekly emails to keep you updated with deadlines, events, homework, mentor sessions, one-on-one, everything. Second, you're going to have a personalized mentoring and coaching sessions. So even though the cohort, you're going to be with other ventures that are in different industries, you're going to have a mentor that is going to be specifically matched with your specific needs. So we understand that everyone learns at a different pace, okay? So that's why we are also understand that we are in different time zones. So that's why we're going to be pairing you with a mentor that can fulfill your personal needs. So we are going to be sure that this mentor is going to help to fulfill your industry. We learn, you're going to be able to download and study online and offline all your materials. So you can study your materials on your own time. If you work in the morning and you just have time really late at night, you're going to be able to study late at night. Also, we're going to provide you with pre-work assignments so you can prepare for your sessions. The idea is by the time that you get to your sessions, you have some basics. You arrive to your sessions, you're already going to have specific questions during those sessions, and you're going to have some basics. We also are going to give you a comprehensive workbook to guide you through the pre-session task and the session tasks. This is an idea on how we build a cohort, the cohort being your program. So we serve entrepreneurs from the ideation stage until the seed stage. So every single one of the stage. However, we build our programs strategically. So if you are only in the ideation phase and you need a better understanding of the problem that you're looking to solve in your customer, that means you only have an idea, but you're not sure if that idea works, if it's really a problem that people has, that means that you will be a better fit for a seed spot 2-day launch camp. That will be a better solution. Now, if you already have a prototype or you already are in a pre-seed stage or a seed stage, you are perfect for the Impact Accelerator. If we have invited you here, I'm sure you are already in a pre-seed stage. So building this pool allow us to strategically think about building a cohort of 6 to 8 venture founders, which means your class is going to only have 6 to 8 ventures in various stages, which is going to help us balance additional priorities, such as we're going to have a gender balance, diversity of identities, and ideas balance in the cohort. This is going to be highlighted in the sections that you can see over here, marked in is what we call the sweet spot. So we really excel at moving ventures from one stage to the next. That's why we call it accelerator. If you are in the prototyping, we're going to be able at the end of the Impact Accelerator to move you into the pre-seed stage. If you are in the pre-seed stage, you're going to be able to accelerate and move into the seed stage. What you're not going to be able to do is to move from the prototype to the seed stage because you cannot do that jump in 8 weeks. So we also are realistic in what you can do in 8 weeks, okay? So the breakdown that we are looking at, it highlights an example of what the cohort, the class, is going to be looking like. Now, yes, basically, Farai, I hope I said it correctly, 8 weeks for each stage to move from one stage to the next one, correct. Perfect. So this is basically what the 8 weeks are going to encompass, okay? So the curriculum is going to include 1 week of foundation training, the 8-week classes. The classes are going to be Monday and Wednesdays, 12:30 to 2 p.m. Eastern time. Something important to say over here is if your venture, let's see, do you have another co-founder, or maybe you have somebody who manage, let's see, your finances of your marketing, and you want that person specifically comes and takes the finance classes or the marketing classes, you can do that. So which means you can divide and conquer, you know? So you can divide your workload with your co-founder or with that other person that is going to do your finance of your market. If not, one person can take all the classes, but it's okay for you to have somebody else to divide these classes as well. And then you're going to have 3 pitch events, and we are going to talk about those here as well. So we're going to talk about week 1. Week 1 is what we call foundations. So this week, these classes are going to provide an overview of the program and the entrepreneurial journey, the problem, the customer and solution, goal setting, and mentorships. So you're going to be matched with your mentor during week 1. Week 2 is called discovery. So this week, you're going to be introduced to the business model and customer discovery, and you are going to be working in your 3-minute pitch and storytelling, which is extremely important. Week 3, which we named clarity. This week will cover a stakeholder experience, prototyping, and Venture Thursday pitch event. The Venture Thursday pitch event, what that means is you are going to present your 3-minute pitch in front of all the mentors, and you are going to get feedback from them until you fine-tune that pitch. And that pitch is the pitch that you're going to be using eventually in front of investors or in front of anybody else that is going to be able to move you into the next stage. Week 4, ecosystem will cover competitive landscape and partnerships. Week 5, money will cover financial 101 and sales strategy. Week 6 is going to be marketing. So we will cover sales funnel, social media, digital marketing, and again, you're going to have Venture Thursday, which is another pitch event. So another 3 ventures are going to be presenting their 3-minute pitch, and they are going to be getting their feedback from the mentors in front of the whole cohort. Week 7, preparedness. So this week is going to be focused on the market fits, traction, and bottlenecks for all the ventures, types of capital, and again, pitch review for another 2 days. And the final week, week 8, ready, set, go, is going to be about brand hero, peer pitch coaching, building and maintaining relationships with your community partners and funders, and again, Venture Thursdays, and finally, graduations. I'm reading over here in the chat. Are the pitch presentations virtual as well or in person? Everything is virtual, Anna. So when we do virtuals, we can do small groups. We sometimes divide in small groups, but usually these presentations, we do it in front of the whole group and in front of all the mentors, and you get the feedback in front of the whole cohort, because it's the best way for everybody to understand feedback, and is going to help everybody to improve their 3-minute pitch. Yes, we're not going to do anything in person in the Impact Accelerator. And in the next one, I'm going to show you, this is an example, or this is not an example, this is the actual schedule that you guys will receive on the mail, where you're going to be able to see week 1, each class, which day of the week, the specific days and times for every single one of the classes. Like I say now, it's going to be Monday, Wednesdays, 12:30 to 2 Eastern time. Okay, so what should I expect? So like I just say now, Anna, everything we do is virtual. We'll be doing virtual even before the pandemic. So if something we know is how to make these classes interactive and how to use different tools, really fun, interactive, and educational. So it's not going to be boring. It's not going to be me talking here in front of you, believe me. The teacher and the people that present this knows about how to give these classes. So we use Zoom, video conferencing. You're going to have individualized feedback. So you're going to have all the ventures at the same time. You're going to have individualized classrooms, just groups of 2. You're going to have breakout rooms. You're going to have workbooks that are interactive, digital, workshops, style sessions with actually tangible tools for your business. What I like about this is like actually tangible, real case scenarios and things that you can actually do and implement in your business right there that same day. These are not like sometimes when you go to college that they give you all this theory and you're like, fantastic, you have all this theory that is great, but this is real life. I'm not going to be able to implement it. This is actually tangible tool that you are going to be able to implement that same day if you want to in your venture. So that's one of the most important things that I think it helps you to move from one stage to another one, because you can implement these things right away. And also the optional office hours for one-on-one support. If you saw in the schedule, there are a lot of optional office hours. And what I love about that is if you don't understand a concept, or since every venture is different, you can have a whole hour of one-on-one support from the trainers that you have specific questions that are specific to your venture, that are specific to your industry. So you have the luxury to just request a one-on-one support and sit down over there and have them go through your specific question that you have, and they can help you in real life situations. So I think that is great. That is no only the whole class. You can have one-on-one with the trainers, and also you're going to have that one-on-one weekly for an hour with your mentor. So there is a good mix of one-on-one with the mentor, one-on-one with a trainer, and also time with the whole class, and then time for you at home to read and to work in your homework. So I think that is great in the sense that we all not learn at the same pace. So I like that personally. So what is next? So first, attend the info session, which was this, so you have a better idea of what's going on. Second, submit an application. You go to seedspot.org, you go to the programs, and you submit the application over there. 3, review. It says it takes 2 weeks, but it's going to take less just because May 13th is the deadline for the application. So obviously May is next week, so the review is going to be way faster than that. Then you're going to get an email inviting you for an interview. It's a 20-minute interview. It's not scary. I'm going to be doing those interviews. I'm not scary at all. The interview is basically, I want to know about your venture. So I'm going to be asking you, like, what motivates you to have the venture? I want to know, like, what drives your venture? Why did you start it? I want to know a little bit more about your venture. I want to know a little bit about yourself. That's it. It's nothing scary. It's just a conversation. And I want to know if you are a fit for the program. Basically, what we were just talking about, I want to be sure that you just not only have an idea, that you actually have a little bit of traction. After that, we send you an email letting you know, first, if you had been accepted to the program, 2, if you have a scholarship review or not, and if we offer you a scholarship, we give you the amount for the scholarship in your offer letter, and then if you decide to enter the program, there is $100 deposit for it, and then that's it. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that I'm not boring. Next. So how to build a strong application. Look, the application is just 20 minutes. We just want to see into your business. It's like the pitch deck. Just give us the specific about your business. We're looking into 3 different things. What is the impact of your business is doing in your community? Is ready to scale? Like, we want to be sure, again, that is not just an idea that you have in your head, We want to be sure that you are ready to go. We want to be sure we want to know in which stage are you. Also, when you're answering the questions, be sure that you just don't answer with one sentence, like a teenager. Yes, no, be sure that you give us the story, give us the backstory. What happened? How I start this business? This is what I want to do. This is the problem that I want to solve. Be sure to check for grammar. And be specific. The other thing is, be sure that you're answering the question that we're asking you. Sometimes people get really excited and start to tell us the story, and then at the end, they never answer the question that we were asking. So be sure that you're directly answering the actual question. And we just want to know your personal story. The deadline is May 13th. If you can submit your application before that, we will love it. If it's early, reason to be is sometimes, you forget to enter something in the application. So if it's early, we have time to email you and let you know, hey, you forgot this, or we can ask you questions, you can fix it, and then you can resubmit it. So we have time for all those kind of things. So that's why we would love if you submit your application early, okay? And then finally, what's next? So next will be the online application. Again, the finally deadline is May 13th, but try to submit your applications before, so we have time for the interview and to review everything. to have the conversation with you, to do the offer for you to accept, to review you for scholarships. The program is $1,999. So basically $2,000. We do offer scholarships. And a lot of people ask me, okay, but how much is the scholarship? Well, our scholarships, they have criteria. And the criteria it's over here. It's going to depend on the potential for impact, the potential for scale, in market traction. It depends on different things. So that's why it's important for us to have that interview with you. Because after the interview, then when we send you the acceptance email, you don't have to enter like an extra application for a scholarship or anything. So after the interview, when we send you the email for acceptance, right there, we send you the email and we tell you how much will be the scholarship. However, the scholarships, they never cover 100%. So there is always a portion that you have to pay. We do offer payment plans for that portion. But we try to move as many barriers as we can for you, because for us it's important that remove those barriers and have as many underrepresented founders in our programs. So, this program starting June 22nd. Is that day you will get your schedule, you're going to meet your cohort, the other ventures that are going to be there with you. And after that, you're just going to be part for the lifetime of the Seed Spot community. You're going to be part of other ventures and alum community, mentors. And we hope after you're an alum, you not only stay an alum, you maybe can become a mentor for other ventures that go through this. We all go through this like I was before, and I'm so happy now that being able to help others. After I went through the whole process, I'm so happy and passionate about helping others. And I'm going to leave it over there. Now we go with questions. I don't know if any of you guys have questions. Do you take equity? No, we don't take equity. We are not that kind. We don't take equity. We just do the programs and we don't take equity. No. We don't take equity. We don't, this is not like Shark Tank. Let's go to put it that way. A lot of people, we're not like Mark Cuban or something like that. No. We just provide the programs. We are one of the most competitive programs curriculum-wise that you can find right now for impact accelerators. But that's what we do, is the program, the curriculum, the content. But we are not, sometimes people, I don't know if because of the name, people think that we are something more like Shark Tank. I think it's because of the name. A lot of people think that that's what we do. No, we don't do that. We are more like an educational thing. Programs. That's what we do.
Thank you, Linda, for this presentation. Very, very clear, definitely understood. I like the fact that you identify if you're at ideation, prototype, pre-seed, seed, etc. That's really good to know. I know when I was early on and I was going through the ideation process, I would be sitting with someone who was a little bit more advanced with the MVP and were, beta testing. And I'm just like, oh no, what's happening? So I'm really happy that you guys have very clear verticals for the startups and the founders. I guess my question is, so understood that there's $100 fee. And then I think you mentioned the total amount for the course for the 8 weeks. Does the organization also provide any form of funding, non-dilutive, dilutive funding, or is just purely just really preparing the founders to become ready for the next stage?
As today, we're not providing funding. As today. I say as today because we don't know in the future. But right now we're just providing the programs. We try to, we have some core programs like this one, and once in a while we're able to provide some impact accelerators that are sponsored by big corporations, so we can provide those free of charge because they are sponsored by corporations, but those are more specific because they are specific by industry according to the sponsor, which I don't have right now. But yes, as right now, we don't provide funding. We prepare you with the pitches, with the content and the curriculum to be able to look for the funding and to be ready to be in front of to present and ask for funding, but we don't do that. It's just program based. Sorry.
I will jump in too. Hi, Linda. Joining you all late. I'm Miranda. I work for Seed Spot. I will say there are occasionally opportunities for our alumni to participate in pitch events. We just had one recently, a demo day, and it's not a traditional pitch event because we believe in equity. And so everyone who pitched in that event received funding. And I believe it was up to $15,000. It was not a competition, as I said. So not one person won and everyone didn't win. It was just up to $15,000 depending on audience participation votes. And we do, I would say maybe once per year, have such an event and opportunity for alumni. But as Linda said, this is not a direct pathway to funding.
And
thank you, Miranda. And then, so I'm obviously here in the US, but the majority of our work and impact is for emerging economies, where we feel that's where our biggest opportunity for scale will be. We're not at the scale stage. We're still very much pre-seed, ironing out our tech stack for our MVP and really identifying and making sure that there's a very strong product market fit. Is there an issue with that aspect of our with our product where the impact majority of it will be on a different market than the US?
I think that's a really important, sorry, Linda, I'm jumping in again. I think that is an extremely important perspective to add to the cohort. I will say that a lot of our, the companies that we work for are US focused, not all, but definitely a lot. And I find the perspective of having impact in other emerging markets extremely valuable, important, and necessary in the cohort. I believe it's extremely helpful to round out the perspectives of our entrepreneurs and help them understand how their products could expand beyond markets in the US to support other economies. Linda, do you want to add to that?
No.
Okay.
No. Sorry, I was looking for Anna. Anna, I wanted to ask a question for a while. Sorry, Anna. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. My question to you is, I noticed on some of the information you provided about the criteria is if your pre-seed stage, if you have a validated problem and solution. So I have a problem and a solution product, and I'm at the point where I need to do the market research with like end users and put that all together in an analysis format. But would that kind of be an obstacle or a barrier for me to be accepted into the cohort if I haven't done the validation or the research yet?
What is what you do right now, Anna?
So I have a real estate tech solution, and right now I have my concept, I have it written down. I have my business plan, my financials, my projections. So right now what I need is the funding that I need is like to do that market research process. Like it'll be interviews with different people, different level of users, so that we can identify what would be the best use of the funds for the MVP versus designing the MVP, building it, and then going back and tweaking it. That's what.
Great. So you're at the part where you're ready to prototype. You're
Mhm.
basically ready to move into how do I get to that minimum viable product and that first revenue. We certainly do support individuals, and you're in a very early stage. We certainly do support individuals, as I think you saw in the graph that Farah was speaking to earlier, which are folks in the prototyping phase moving along the journey in the next phase. Yeah, Linda's going back to, there we go. Yeah, absolutely. So if you are in a prototyping phase and ready to get to that minimum viable product, we certainly would support an entrepreneur in your stage. Sometimes we may say, we actually would love for you to attend our 2-day launch camp prior to joining our Impact Accelerator, which is more for individuals who are very, very early in an idea phase. And it would be 2 days of programming, which would help you understand what you need to get to that really minimum viable product phase before joining our program. However, we're very excited right now to be offering free spots in that 2-day launch camp. So I encourage you to apply to our Impact Accelerator. And if we don't admit you, maybe you'll qualify for one of those free 2-day launch camps. So no harm in applying. Absolutely give it a try.
Okay, thanks. I did do the 2-day, the launch.
Oh, you did already?
Yeah, I loved it. It was phenomenal. Like honestly, like it really helped me delineate what my product is serving. It was awesome. Like I've been working on this idea for a couple years now, just kind of like putting it on paper, but just having those like to-dos and practical assignments. And that's why I was asking Linda if the pitch was like in person or virtual, because I love doing it in person. It was so amazing. Like I could go on and on about like how it made me feel, and how there was people in the group that came up to me and said, Anna, I felt like you were talking directly to me when you were doing your pitch. It was just amazing. Like, I think that having that connection is really the main purpose of my product or my solution. It was amazing.
And
amazing.
And Tristan and Astrid are the ones that are going to be doing this program.
Okay. Yeah, I love them.
There you go. So,
yeah.
so you know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And we have Cici.
Good morning. I have to apologize. I came in a bit late, and so I wanted to just ask if you could give just a quick overview on the, I guess the overall impact of the program, as well as, someone mentioned, when various businesses are on different levels in their business, how is that? Is it just kind of like a general overview of, everything, or is it more specific to each, place that each business is in?
Cici, we were talking about how when we're building the cohort, we serve entrepreneurs from the ideation stage until the seed stage. So we build our programs in a strategically way. So if you're only in the ideation phase, that means that you need a better understanding of the problem and you're looking to solve. You're not sure about if the problem that you're looking to solve and you're not sure about your customer yet, maybe the best solution for you should be the Seed Spot 2-day launch camp. But if you already have a prototype, like we were just talking with Anna, that she is in the ready to prototype, or you are in the pre-seed stage or the seed stage, you will be perfect for the Impact Accelerator, which is this program. So building this pool is going to allow us to strategically think about how we can build this program that is between 6 to 8 venture founders in various stages. And we can balance additional priorities, such as we want to balance the gender, diversity, identities, and ideas into this cohort. So I don't know, are you able to see right now what I have on the screen? Yes? Sissy?
So I'm actually pretty far along in my business.
So
yeah,
you will say that you are on the seed stage?
yes.
Okay. Which stage of your business are you? Do you think you can share just a little tiny bit more about?
Sure. Yeah. So I'm in the seed stage right now. I'm actually scaling my business. So I'm scaling it to um, more channel distributions. So I'm actually building relationships with local businesses, and then also providing a wholesale opportunity for my products as well. So I'm scaling right now.
Okay.
Excellent. We helped an organization 2 cohorts ago. They were very much in the scaling phase. They came from, they actually were a foundress, Linda, and another one, which was called Naked Rebellion. They were bras in all different, they're the nude bras, but they came in all different skin color types and shades. And usually what we look for is like, are we a good fit for you? What challenges are you facing in your business right now? Sometimes the scaling process. For Naked Rebellion, they said their financials were a mess and they just were completely unorganized in their business and needed more structure. So we definitely have those conversations, Cece. What are your pain points right now? And is SeedSpot a good place for you to address some of those pain points?
Absolutely. Well, so right now I've actually, my financials are in order. I have done a lot of hard work just to make sure foundationally I'm set to be able to scale. So right now my bottleneck is really just the capacity. I'm still in the process of creating just all of the systems that I need to, so that when I'm able to build out my team, I have all of the structures in place to be able to properly build and grow. And so capacity, and then also, you know, just financially being able to have the investment to be able to build out.
Great. So I hear that you want to make sure that you have the capacity and that you have the proper networks and channels to receive investment once you're ready with that capacity. And I would say that there would be, as Linda pulled up this weekly breakdown, there would probably be some components of this, like for example, week 1, where you were like, I already got this. Why am I doing this? But once we dove into some of these later weeks, especially, I believe that's when you would start to receive some of the information and tools that you're looking for right now. I find that there's a tremendous amount of value in playing that more mentor role in some of these earlier weeks for the entrepreneurs who are a little bit further along. That's why Linda, when she showed that slide, how intentional we are about building our cohort, we're looking at having individuals who can play that mentor role in some of these earlier weeks, week 1 and week 2, and really step into that role of being a support and a guiding force for those entrepreneurs who are in those earlier phases. And then as we navigate down the weeks, that dynamic shifts and switches.
Awesome. Thank you. I was just looking at the slide, the previous slide, and just one quick question. The pitch opportunities that we have, are those more so for practice? Are they set up to actually create some sort of networking opportunities for those pitch opportunities?
Yeah, both. So you will be pitching in front of mentors, along with being paired with a mentor who is an expert in a particular area or a particular gap that you have in your business to support you. We also bring in additional experts, additional mentors who sometimes, depending on the week, are actual investors. They are folks with experience who understand this field, understand this work. This is an opportunity to share with them about your business, to connect with them beyond this experience of pitching, to gain feedback from them, and to iterate and use that feedback within your business.
Thank you so much.
Miranda, something that you said just kind of triggered another thought, another question for me. One of the key things that I'm looking for is from I think mentor or coach perspective is industry connections. Because obviously as we build our tech stack, we are looking for venture partners as we build out our platform. Can you just talk a little bit about that within fintech? So I have I'm looking for very programs that have very strong connections within fintech, whether it's banking, so looking for banking partners, et cetera, that would help us with reg and compliance, et cetera, or KYC, for example.
Yeah, I'll speak to that a little bit more broadly because it's so detailed. One is we have 2 layers of conversations we would have to you before we make that mentor match. One layer would be, we would have you fill out a form, sort of explaining your business a bit more and some of these detailed challenges you're having and some of these very niche expertise you're looking for in a mentor. Then we would have a venture consultation call with one of our program managers, and they would get to some of these deeper concerns or deeper needs that you have for connecting to certain networks. Then if we don't have an existing human being in our network, which I believe we do, but if for some reason they're not available or we don't have it, we go out and we find that individual through our network. We ask someone who we know is in the fintech network. We are looking for someone who's strong in mentorship, someone who is strong in X, Y, and Z areas. And then we interview them and vet them through quite an extensive process to make sure they would be a good match. So that's kind of how we compensate if we don't have an existing human being in our network. Because I think there's a question here from Anna. Are there industries that your organization has a preference for? And the answer to that, as Linda said, is no, but I'll expand upon that a little bit. We're industry agnostic as an impact accelerator, and that's not true of all accelerator programs. There are many who are very specific. There would be one for fintech, ed tech, but we take all types of industries: fintech, ed tech, environmental sustainability, access to education, services, products. We take quite a gamut of organizations into this program. And so where it becomes extremely important that we offer really specific guidance and feedback is that mentorship component and in our one-on-one office hours. So we do have a lot of one-on-one time that is offered to organizations.
Thank you.
Yes, Anna?
I have another question. What is the expected outcome at the end of the training? I mean, for me, for my product, it's gonna probably take a while for me to get to market. I don't think 8 weeks would be enough time for me to get there. But I do think that 8 weeks would be enough for me to generate interest and maybe get get a marketing campaign started. But what is the expected outcome? I guess my question is, if I'm not going to be ready in 8 weeks to go to market, would that be like something where I wouldn't be able to participate?
No, absolutely. You can participate. You're completely welcome. We're very realistic about 8 weeks and what we can accomplish in 8 weeks. And that is one goal early on in the program when we're building foundations and doing discovery is what can we achieve in this 8-week program? We're meant to achieve a lot. It is a program that is designed to make tremendous amounts of growth in 8 weeks. But we're also not genies. We understand that there's like limitations to what we can accomplish in 8 weeks. And we are clear about those limitations in the beginning, and we would help you be clear about that as well and have some realistic goals. We are designed, if you, Linda takes you back to that slide that takes you along the where is that slide that takes you along the journey of building a cohort slide, Linda? This one. So we are a program that's designed to get you from one stage to the next. So that is our ultimate goal, is to try to get you from one stage to the next along this journey. If that's not wholly realistic, because you're an individual and everyone's business and or product or service is different. So we would be realistic about what we would be able to achieve in that 8-week time.
So that means if say you are at a prototype stage, you are going to do 8 weeks and go in depth in prototype, and then at the end there is some sort of a deliverable, whether it's the MVP itself. And at that point, as a founder, you decide, okay, I now want to go into your pre-seed stage and work with you guys, and that's a whole nother application process that a founder goes through. Is that correct? And then if you meet the requirement and you validate your problem, there is a product solution fit, etc. And after 8 weeks, you can then decide to go to the seed stage, and that's another application process and another set of fees.
Wow, no, but we do have, so this is one program. This is one program, the Impact Accelerator program. And this one and our 2-day launch camp are the only programs that we have that have any fees associated to them. We do have programs that are designed for individuals who are in revenue and who are more advanced, and those are different programs and often are a little more competitive, but they are also often fully funded. So this program would be designed to help you get from prototyping. Let's say if you're in the prototyping phase, this program would be very well situated to help you get to that minimum viable product and early revenue phase. You would still have all the tools and access to all the course materials if you then wanted to apply the learning to move to the next phase. And that would be not necessary to attend the program again. Also, we offer to our alumni access to mentoring for the entire time you're an alumni. Once you're an alumni of our program, you have access to our entire alumni network. So if you're like, I really need, now that I'm looking for investors, I really need to have a conversation about getting investment specifically from a mentor. And then we would make that connection and facilitate that connection as an alumni. So no need to go through this program again and again and again. Please no, it's a one time you go through, get the knowledge, get the tools, get the resources that you need.
Yes, Cici.
Thank you. Okay, so I think that might be, I would love to learn a little bit more about the other programs that you have for business owners that are already in revenue. I think that might be a better fit for me, considering I'm pretty far along in my business and just kind of needing the support with just scaling. Is there anywhere I can find that?
Yeah, Cece, let's have a one-on-one conversation specifically about your business and talk about what would be the best fit. I'm going to drop my calendar link in here.
And for sorry.
Yeah.
For everybody else, I just entered in the chat the link for the Impact Accelerator application. So you can find that over there. And Miranda just put her calendar invite for Cici. Just because we're running out of time. And I think, Anna, if you have one last question, because we're running out of time.
No, I don't have any more questions. Sorry.
Oh, Okay. If you do have more questions, Anna, you have my email, so feel free to send me an email. Everybody has my email because it should be on the calendar invite. So if you guys have more questions, feel free to send me an email and I will be more than happy to answer any other questions just because it's already 10:30 and we're going to be over the hour and I want to respect everybody's time. But please check right now the chat for the seedspot.org. That's where you can find the application for the impact acceleration. And I hope Cici had time to grab the link for Miranda's calendar and they can have a one-on-one. Everybody, thank you so much for being here and thank you so much for asking questions. I think that the best part of having this presentation and when people ask questions, I actually love that. That's the best part of this. Thank you for coming. Any other questions, please send email and I love 20 questions is the best thing ever. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present. And I hope really to hear from you guys, okay? And to see your application soon. Have a great rest of the day. And I hope to hear from you. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. Thank you.